I have spoken my mind, I have spoken my heart, and I have spoken what I expect. All that what I expect is students should not prepare for a dirty examination. And examinations are the dirtiest thing that can happen on earth. Our universities are unfortunate that what's the greatest thing that they do is only conducting an examination. Who should go into the room invigilation? How his pocket should be searched? These are the things they think of, and who should set the question paper. These are all the nonsense things. I would rather, and Dr. D.S. Guru and we were even telling that we could even put the question paper on the notice board even 1 week earlier, still our boys cannot answer those questions. It cannot be, just impossible. Okay, I'm very happy to tell you that my students were not even able to open the pen at least for 15 to 20 minutes once the question paper would be given to them. Alright? They have got to think. And you should have a method to assess their ability to think, not what they stupidly start writing in the answer book. Alright? I have got to, I think in one of, I have shared this story to some of you, but now I have got to really share this story. Professor Chidanand Gowda was my head of the department at SJ College of Engineering. Professor M. Dhananjaya was the director of the institution. And remember at one time, our department was conducting the examination of the entire campus. And Professor Chidanand, I was very young at that time. And then I was given the responsibility to organize the examination. So quickly, this is a very interesting story, but quickly I shall complete this story. There were two girls who were not getting into the examination hall at the very first bell. The first bell happens, and first bell is a respect. You know, when somebody has got to respect and get into the examination hall immediately after the first bell. And these two girls were not entering into the examination hall at all. This was really a sort of uncomfortable situation for me. And then I went to my principal and I told him, you should give me a back cover. Next time I'm going to take action against these two girls if they don't enter into the examination hall immediately after the first bell. He said, okay, I shall be standing behind you. You don't worry, you go ahead. Okay? Oh, you know that. These are two girls. I could have taken action on boys quickly. And it's two girls, and I was also young. That was another problem. So I have got to be very careful. So the next examination came. I was waiting for that next examination, but next examination came after 4 days or 3 days. I was waiting for that opportunity. On that day, I was just waiting what these girls would do, and these two girls, as usual, did not get into the examination hall. Instead, naturally, you know what the girls do? They keep looking, they keep reading, or they keep looking into the books. I don't know, whatever it is. They keep looking. Both of them were looking into the book, so engrossed. Question number 1, why girls do that? Question number 2, why boys don't do that? Boys know very well that what could not be done till yesterday night cannot be done in the last minute. They know very well what could not get into head till the last night will never definitely get into my head in the last minute. The boys definitely know that. But then why girls do that? Why girls do that? I do not understand their psychology at all. They probably would like to convince themselves that they are steady. 1. Number 2, they want somebody else to appreciate that they were preparing till the last minute. Somebody else to appreciate. Okay. This is okay. Then I went to those two girls and I said, did you not hear the first bell? One girl looked at me, another girl did not even look at me. She did not even bother about my presence. Okay? Then naturally my ego gets hurt. I'm a man, my ego gets hurt. Then I raised my voice and I said, the first bell implies that you have got to go into the classroom. That's a respect. That's a protocol expected. One girl looked at me and threw the book like this. It still is very fresh in my mind. One girl looked at me and threw the book. Another girl almost threw the book across me. Almost across me. I had to do like this. Alright, she did it. Good. I was successful, at least they went into the examination. Come what may. I might be hurt, I might be stabbed. That is not the question. Ultimately, I won, isn't it? Okay, isn't it? Even in the cricket match, it happens. You would be hurt, but you still you still send the ball to a boundary. That's a great thing, isn't it? Well, then they went inside the classroom, examination hall. What do we expect in a university examination? These students. These students are supposed to enter the register number. They are got to do that, right? And then in some examinations, you have got to also write a oath. In our days, we were writing the oath. The oath is that I have not disclosed my identity in any part of the answer book and I have got to put my signature. That is all I have got to do. And all other students will definitely keep praying the God. Now, this is another foolish thing our candidates do. Why do they pray God on the day of examination? They should have prayed the God when the teachers were setting the question paper. Not today. The damage which has got to be done has already been done by the teacher on the day when they set the question paper. And what is the fun in asking the God today, please make my question paper simple? It has already been done. Okay, that is another part of the story. Now, these two girls, instead of doing all these things, instead of even writing the register number on the paper, they started writing in the answer book. Question paper is yet to be given after the second bell and they started writing in the answer book. This further aggravated me. Then I asked one girl, what the hell are you doing? I still remember my sentence, what the hell are you doing? Then one girl had the courtesy to stand up and said, will you keep quiet, sir? And another girl clearly said, before whatever I have by hearted is forgotten, I should write it down in the answer. Who should be cursed? Girls or you, the question paper setters? Right? That is where Professor D.S. Guru mentioned clearly that you have got to be a researcher, you have got to be a critical thinker. Even in examination, if you ask data to be reproduced by the candidate, the most foolish questions like state and derive force is equal to mass into x. What is this? Newton has already derived it, and you also have derived it in the class second time, third time. Then why do you ask the candidate to derive the same thing again? I can't understand. State Newton's second law. What Newton has already done, and your teacher also has done. So do you still find that whatever the statement given by the teacher is still incorrect? You expect some other new statement to come by the student that you ask state Newton's second law? I really do not understand these type of customs, like you would ask, and then you state, I am following Bloom's taxonomy, and then you ask a question, explain, and you tell that this is an application question. And the greatest question of computer science people, even today I remember, with a need diagram explain the 191 architecture. What if it is not a need diagram? What is meant by a need diagram? I really do not. Other thing, the earlier days of programming with a neat flowchart. And students would first write down the code, the program they have by hearted. Afterwards, they draw the neat flowchart. What is the fun? What is the fun in now doing these things? The whole purpose of Research Conclave is that, which Professor Venkateshwarlu mentioned, that researchers should teach. When researchers teach, the type of assessment they do is to extract an application of the knowledge. Extract how one could think and one could, so don't use, at least in any question paper, first of all, don't give choice. Choice is absolutely no meaning, right? Life does not come with any choice. Choice is only up to the day of marriage. And on the day of marriage, there is no choice. Isn't it? Isn't it? Even the 1 minute earlier to marriage, also you can say, I'm not going to marry this boy. Good. But once you have decided, you have to marry that boy only. And if you want to marry the second boy, you have to divorce the first boy. Only then you can marry the second boy. So choice is one which really kills the spirit of a real life. You imagine that you have 5 questions and 10 questions given to answer, and how will you declare that he is a gold medalist, he is a first rank holder, and this man is a second rank holder, when both of them answer totally mutually exclusive set of questions? You imagine all these things. So I want you to think. And thinking comes only when you are a researcher. A good teacher has got to be far ahead of a student in having a total know of the entire subject. A teacher, if he is away from the student just for that 1 hour, if he has come prepared 1 hour earlier, and if he is delivering the lecture, and if the difference between the distance between the teacher and the student is only 1 hour, then you are not a teacher. You are unfit to be a teacher. That's all. Okay? Therefore, teacher has got to be a researcher. And this research conclave, the very purpose of research conclave is to make you the excellent researchers. I definitely tell people in India, the people who are working in DRDO, the people who are working in ISRO are only scientists, right? They are in certain sense researchers, but in my opinion, they are not the great researchers. The great researchers are those who also speak their research, who also share their research, and who also would create the researchers of the future. That is what is more important, and that can be done only by all of you. All right, and this research conclave definitely has been a very success story. I have got to compliment Dr. Venkateshwarlu, and I have got to compliment Madam Josna. We have done an excellent work, and definitely I see all of you, all organizers, all other coordinators have done a very, very wonderful job. And definitely I have got to be highly thankful to my own mentor, my own guide, Professor Chidanand Gowda, and surely all others. I am very happy that they were here, so that I had some wonderful time with them since yesterday. Thank you very, very much for such a patient hearing.